passengers are reported by passengers and passengers. And passengers in boarding zone 1 and 2 only is composed for boarding. Thank you.
Dear passengers, very good morning from the flight deck. This is the captain speaking. My name is Takeoff. On behalf of KLM, my colleague here in the flight deck, Mr. Janssen, and our cabin staff, a warm welcome aboard this A321Neo destination Amsterdam. We are fully ready for departure. However, we need to wait. We have a so-called slot time. This means that there's an exact time of departure. I expect to depart here from the gate position in about 4 minutes from now and taxiing out to the departure runway. This will be in a northeasterly direction and then in a straight line to Amsterdam. Flight time approximately 50 minutes. I do expect an on-time arrival in Amsterdam. My colleague is doing the flight, so I'll get back to you when we get closer to Amsterdam with some more arrival information and also, of course, an exact arrival time. And of course, we are aware of any connecting flights for you. So we'll have some more information when we get closer to Amsterdam. For now, we ask a few minutes of your patience and we already wish you a comfortable stay on board. Thank you.
Cabin crew, arm the slides.
A very good morning. My name is Alice Gene, and once more on behalf of the entire crew, I would like to welcome you on board of this flight to Amsterdam, and a special welcome to our Flight Blue and Sky team members. Flight time to Amsterdam, the captain mentioned it already, 15 minutes, 50. After the announcement in Dutch, we'll explain some safety procedures on board of our aircraft. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Een hele goede morgen. Mijn naam is Alice Gene en namens de hele bemanning nogmaals hartelijk welkom aan boord van deze vlucht naar Amsterdam. And we care about your safety and therefore we ask you to stow your carry-on luggage and larger electronic devices such as laptops during taxi, takeoff and landing. Small electronic devices may be used at all times when set in airplane mode and secured in your hands or pockets. After selecting airplane mode, feel free to turn on Bluetooth. And please make sure your device is visible at all times when charging. And charging of electronic devices is not allowed during taxi, takeoff and landing. And if your device produces smoke, gets hot or shows signs of damage, unplug the device from charging immediately and alert a crew member. And please let me remind you that smoking is not allowed on this flight. This also applies to vaping and the use of other electronic cigarettes. And we will now demonstrate how to use your oxygen mask, your life vest and some other safety procedures. And should you have any questions afterwards, please let us know. So please fasten your seatbelt now. This is how to fasten the seatbelt and tighten it. And this is the way to open it again. And it's now time for the final cabin check. Please make sure that your tray table has been stowed away and that the back of your seat is in the upright position. And make sure electronic devices are disconnected from any power supply. And we thank you for your attention. And on behalf of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, we wish you a pleasant flight. En we danken u heel hartelijk voor uw aandacht. En namens KLM is er een hele fijne vlucht. aircraft, you can make use of Wi-Fi, take advantage of the option to send and receive messages for free, or purchase one of the paid passes. Connect your device to the KLM Wi-Fi network, or check the in-flight magazine near your seat pocket for more information. And we would like to inform you that you can access klm.com free of charge. There you can check the latest status of your transfer with your booking code in MyTrip. Soon we will arrive at Schiphol Airport, and local time is 5 minutes to 8 a.m. There's 1 hour time difference. Please throw your hand baggage in the overhead compartments or under the seat in front of you. So fasten your seatbelt, adjust the back of your seat to the upright position, disconnect your electronic device from any power supply and stow your tray table. Please read the safety report card again. In case of an evacuation, leave everything behind and follow the instructions of the crew. And we will arrive at gate D47, Delta 47. And passengers who already have a boarding card for the next flight can go to the gates directly. Gate numbers and boarding time mentioned on the boarding card may have changed, so please check the monitors to make sure that the information is correct. And the gate will close 15 minutes before departure, 1-5. And passengers who arrive later will not be permitted on the flight. And passengers who do not have a boarding card yet are requested to go to one of the self-service machines.
Dear passengers, once again from the flight deck, the captain speaking. As promised, some arrival information. We're getting close to Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. We expect to land there approximately 7 minutes past 8 local time, 1 hour time difference. And this is nicely ahead of the scheduled arrival time. Landing runway 06, short taxi time, a few minutes to our parking position, so I expect to be at our gate position at the latest quarter past the hour. The weather conditions in the Amsterdam area: overcast skies but good visibility below the clouds, light winds from the northwest, temperature 1 degree Celsius. We will continue the preparation for the approach landing, so we say goodbye to you from the flight deck. We do hope you had a pleasant stay on board with a comfortable flight this morning. We wish you a good and safe onward journey or a very nice stay in the Netherlands. We hope to see you again on board one of our flights. I'd like to wish you a very nice day. Thank you and goodbye.
passengers, welcome to Schiphol, Amsterdam. Please remain seated until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. And please be careful when opening the overhead compartments, as items may have shifted and could fall out. And you can now switch on the mobile services on your phone again. Other electronic devices must remain stowed until we arrive at the gate. And on behalf of the entire crew, thank you for flying KLM. It was a pleasure having you on board with us today. We wish you could stay in Amsterdam or a pleasant onward journey, and we hope to see you again soon. Beste passagiers, welkom op Schiphol in Amsterdam. Blijft u alsjeblieft nog even zitten totdat het lichtje stoelribben vast is uitgedaan. En let u straks op bij het openen van de bagagebakken. Er kunnen spullen verschoven zijn en eruit vallen. U kunt nu de netwerkverbinding op uw telefoon weer aanzetten. En andere elektronische apparaten moeten opgeborgen blijven totdat we bij de gate zijn. En namens de hele bemanning hartelijk dank dat u met KLM heeft gevlogen en fijn dat u vandaag bij ons aan boord was. Wij wensen u een goed verblijf in Amsterdam of een voorspoedig vervolg van uw reis toe en heel graag tot ziens.
Cabin crew, disarm the slides. Cabin crew, doors may be opened.
First, my apologies that we are late, almost 1 hour and 25 minutes past our scheduled departure time. A small explanation, We have some IT problems within KLM operations and also some aircraft swaps, unscheduled aircraft swaps. So that's why we were scheduled on a 737 today instead of an Airbus. And this came from Rome on time but late for your flight. We're ready now to leave the stand, but due to the IT problems we are manually scheduling the pushback trucks. So we called for it, it's not here yet, so we'll have to wait for it to arrive, and for now I don't have any exact time on when it will arrive. I hope within 10 minutes, leaving the stand with about 1 hour and 30 minutes delay. Flying time towards Berlin is expected to be 1 hour, so for now I expect to arrive with the same amount of delay as we leave the stand here. I'm very sorry for this delay. Despite the delay, I'd like to wish you a pleasant flight and during the flight. Please enjoy the service by the cabin crew. Thank you.
Cabin crew, arm slides.
And good afternoon once again, dear passengers. My name is Celine Uitel, and on behalf of the entire crew, a warm welcome on board this KLM aircraft with destination Berlin. Also a special welcome to our Flying Blue members. As the captain already mentioned, our flying time today will be around 1 hour, and we are finally ready for departure. And in a moment we'll start with some flight safety instructions to ensure your safety on board. Goedemiddag beste passagiers, mijn naam is Celine Uitel en namens de hele bemanning nogmaals van harte welkom aan boord van dit KLM toestel met bestemming Berlijn. De vliegtijd vandaag, zoals de captain al heeft vermeld, is rond 1 uur en wij zijn gereed voor vertrek. And we care about your safety, and therefore we ask you to stow your hand baggage and larger electronic devices such as laptops during taxi, takeoff and landing. Small electronic devices may be used at all times when set in airplane mode and secure to your hand or pocket. After selecting airplane mode, feel free to turn on Bluetooth. Please make sure your device is visible at all times when charging. Charging of electronic devices is not allowed during taxi, takeoff and landing. And if your device produces smoke, gets hot or shows signs of damage, unplug the device from charging immediately and alert a crew member. It's now time for the final cabin check. Please make sure your tray table has been stowed away and the back of your seat is in the upright position. Make sure electronic devices are disconnected from any power supply. We thank you for your attention. On behalf of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, we wish you a pleasant flight.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
onboard in Berlin. Local time is 3:10. Please stow your hand baggage in the overhead compartments or under the seat in front of you. Fasten your seatbelt, adjust the back of your seat to the upright position. Disconnect your electronic device from any power supply and stow your tray table. And please read the safety aboard card again. In case of an evacuation, leave everything behind and follow the instructions of the crew. Passengers, welcome to Berlin. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. And please be careful when opening the overhead compartments, as items may have shifted during landing and could fall out. You can now switch on the mobile services on your phone again. Other electronic devices must remain stowed until we arrive at the gate. On behalf of this entire crew, thank you very much for flying KLM. It was a pleasure having you on board with us today, and we wish you a good stay in Berlin or a pleasant onward journey, and we hope to see you again soon.
Cabin crew, disarm slides.
Urgently ask all remaining passengers to go to gate